broken arrow is an unusual looking quilt block that is actually simple to do when you break it down into its pieces. And today I'm going to show you how to make a 5-inch version. Welcome to Epida Studio. My name is Elizabeth and I help you make beautiful things with quilting, pajargi, and embroidery. So the broken arrow quilt block is a 2 fabric block, so it only requires 2 fabrics, a light and a dark, or pieces with enough contrast between each other. And what you need for this is you need 2 3-inch squares of the dark fabric and then 4 1.5-inch squares. And of the light fabric, you need 2 3-inch squares and 5 1.5-inch squares. So it's only 13 squares in total, and then we're ready to begin. So we're going to start off with the 3-inch squares, and we're going to make half square triangle units out of these. So to do this, I'm going to use what I call the most popular method for making half square triangles. So on the back of the lighter square, I'm going to draw a line from corner to corner, and then I'm going to put it right sides together with one of the darker squares. And if you see a lot of my other 5-inch quilt blocks, I will stitch directly on that line. But because these squares are a bit bigger, I'm not doing that. I'm going to stitch a 1/4 inch away from that line on both sides. So there's going to be 2 rows of stitching. So once we've done our 2 rows of stitching, then we're going to cut this piece apart, and I'm going to cut right on the line that I drew. And you can use scissors or a rotary cutter, whatever you're more comfortable with. The cutting doesn't have to be exact because the sewing's already done. And then we have our half square triangle piece. So now I'll press it. And with this method, I do have to square up this piece. That means I have to trim it down so it's exactly 2.5 inches square. And so if you want to see a full tutorial with more details for how to do this, I do have that, but it is the most popular method for making half square triangles. So I'm not going to cover every small thing about it in this tutorial, but we're going to end up with 4 half square triangle units. So once our half square triangles are done, and make sure it's exactly 2.5 inches square, then we're going to move on to our side pieces. And for those, we're going to use our 4 dark squares and 4 of our light squares. We do have 1 light square left over. Save that for the next step. And these, we are just going to stitch them together. And then it's going to be a 1.5 by 2.5 inch rectangle, and press the seams towards the dark fabric. So once those 4 pairs are complete, we're ready to lay out our block. So this block starts with a light square in the center, and then the little pairs go at north, south, east, and west, and the dark fabric is towards the center. And so it's an easy to check because we just know that the light fabric doesn't touch the light fabric. And then once that's done, we're going to add our half square triangles into the corners. And the half square triangles all go with a diagonal line pointing into the middle. And it's laid out just like a pinwheel block, but with all these other pieces. So we can see that if we follow the triangles, it will go around. So that's an easy check to see if your half square triangle pieces are put in the wrong orientation. So once we have this laid out, we can see it's 3 pieces across and 3 pieces down. So just like is common with quilt blocks, we're going to join all our pieces into rows. So this is what our rows look like. And on the rows, I like to press the seams away from the half square triangles. So on this piece, the seams are pressed to the inside, and then on the middle piece, I press the seams away from the center square so it's underneath the dark squares, and that will just make it easier to be able to join the rows together. So when the rows are sewn together, then this is what the final block looks like. Now I prefer to press the row seams in toward the middle piece again, so it avoids the half square triangle seams, but that's just personal preference, and you can really press them whichever way you want. So this fun block can be used in a sampler quilt with other blocks, and I have lots of 5-inch block tutorials if you like that, or you could use it by itself, and this is what it looks like if it's just repeats of the same block. So no matter what you do with it, it is a fun little project. If you're looking for more quilt block tutorials, you can check out my playlist or my quilt block directory on my website, epidastudio.com.